October is here. This is often a busy month with different things like testing and preparing to meet different college application deadlines. And it also can be a time where your student or you as the student get tired. We have been in school for several months, some of us at this point, and it can really be exhausting and it doesn't seem like there's an end in sight. We had Labor Day, we had that break. Some people might have a fall break, but others might end up just feeling like there is not going to be time off for a really long time. So today I want to talk about just some different strategies that you can take to make sure that you stay on the right path and have a good start. For those of you that don't know, my name is Courtney and I am the founder of Confused to College Ready. I am super excited that you are here and just want to say thank you to everyone who has continued to listen, who is leaving reviews, who is sharing the podcast. It truly means the world to me, and I hope that it is something that has been helpful. One of the things that I like to share is that I look at college preparedness and career readiness in a little bit of a different mindset. I worked as a mental health counselor for 9 years, and then now I'm a school counselor. And so I've got over 16 years experience, and I am really, really excited to be able to spend time with you all. So let's go ahead and dive in. A lot of the times, like I said, in October, it can kind of get to that point where there's a slump and it just seems like we're tired. It's hard to continue with the different things that we have been doing in school, in work, extracurricular activities. And I want to make sure that everyone is able to have, to keep that momentum and that motivation going, especially seniors, because your teachers, your colleges, they still are going to be looking at your grades, and we want to make sure that you don't hit a senior slump. So one thing I would encourage you to do is make sure that you are regularly checking your grades. Whether your school district uses PowerSchool, Google Classroom, a combination of both, or a different platform completely, it is going to be in your best interest to make sure that you stay on top of grades to see if there's any missing assignments. And this goes for students and parents to be able to sometimes have that double check. And some students don't need someone to have any of those double checks. Other students might need a little bit of support. I certainly would encourage students to get to a point where they're able to really manage that on their own, especially the closer that you get to going to college. But having that family there for support is always a good thing. So make sure you're checking grades. If you have missing assignments, make sure that you're talking with your teacher about a plan of being able to get caught up. So is that something where you still can turn in the missing work? Are you able to take some more steps to get things turned in, to be able to make up any tests or quizzes? If not, then be able to think about a plan moving forward so that you can stay on top of that work and look at prioritizing. And I'll share more about prioritizing in another episode, because I really could do an entire episode solely on how to prioritize. But today I just want to do kind of not strong start, because we've started already, but how to continue and how to continue to be successful even when we just kind of feel tired. The other thing, if you have not already, I strongly encourage students to make sure that you are using some kind of planner or agenda to track assignments, quizzes, tests, but also extracurricular activities. So if you play a sport, if you're in fine arts, and you have something coming up that you know that you're not going to be able to spend time that evening, you need to make sure that you have planned accordingly so that you can still get all of your work done. Number 3, I would say, is take really good notes in class. There are several different type of note-taking strategies that you can use. I would definitely encourage you to find something that works for you, but also a way that you're not going to feel like you have to write down every single word that's said or that's on the board. So note-taking strategy. So number 1, check your grades regularly, be aware of missing assignments, and come up with a plan to get anything made up. Number 2, use a planner or agenda to keep track of everything so that you can prioritize appropriately. Number 3, make sure you're taking good notes. Number 4, make use of before or after school live help time with teachers, and also be aware of different tutoring opportunities that are happening at school, so that if you need some additional support, that you can take advantage of that. Some students that I've worked with before actually have made their own study groups where they are able to help each other understand. Sometimes the way that the teacher presented the information, it didn't make sense, but when they worked through things as a group, or maybe one student was explaining it to someone else, and that helped to really solidify. So that's another really good resource, is having a study group. Make sure that you're using your study time wisely, because you don't want to get to a point where all of a sudden tomorrow I have a paper and a test and a quiz and I haven't done anything and I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to make it. You really want to prioritize that time. And if you are still struggling, make sure that you reach out for help. Your school counselor is there for support. If you have specific questions, then you also are able to reach out to me. I know that study tips and habits aren't necessarily what in a typical conversation that you might have with someone who is doing some college coaching or consulting, but I think it is a really important piece, and I am happy to help in that area as well. I have different prioritization workbooks for students and families, and different organization strategies that I am happy to help with. So, and a lot of that can also balance along with the college search and getting all of those tasks completed. But if you need help, ask early and make sure that you have information to help you be successful. So a quick recap, make sure you're checking your grades, use that planner or agenda to help you prioritize, take good notes, make use of before and after school, find out about different tutoring opportunities, use that time wisely, and then reach out for help if there's something that you're struggling with. I am always here to be able to help with conversations and questions about college and being able to help make things go more smoothly for you. I also am happy to help if you just want some tips and tricks on prioritizing and how to make sure that you're making the most of your high school career, so that when it gets to the point of that college preparedness and actually finding a school, you are able to do so. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please share the episode, leave a review. I would love to connect with you. If you are interested in working with me, you also can email me at admin@confusedtoready.com. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.